Hello guys, today we have here a Samsung Galaxy S4, the GT-I9506, and you can see that the display works but the glass is broken. And today we want to repair the glass, but I made a mistake, so the display was broken too later, and that's why we changed the whole display. The first thing we need to do is to remove the back cover, the battery, the SD card, the SIM card, and then we need to remove the screws from the middle frame. The next step is to remove the middle frame from the display frame. The both parts are only clipped, so you use maybe a plastic spudger or a plectrum. Be sure that you go into the right gap because you don't need to leverage at the glass. In the next step you can remove some plugs, the plug from the antenna cable, the plug from the home button cable, the plug from the display flex cable, from the audio jack and from the front camera. And then you can remove the front camera. After that you need to remove two screws, one is at the display flex cable and one is on the left side of the audio jack. And then you can remove the mainboard. If you have removed the mainboard you can remove the audio jack too. But be careful, the audio jack is fixed with another screw. Then we need to remove the earpiece, the brightness sensor and the motion sensor. These sensors are covered, so be a little bit careful because the cover is only clipped in and it's a little bit tricky to remove. The earpiece is only glued, so you need a little bit, maybe heat or something, to remove it easily. Now we try to remove the glass from the display. You need to heat up the glass up to 70 degrees. You can do it with a hairdryer or with a heat gun, but be careful with the heat gun. Maybe you exaggerate and then you can damage the display. If the glass has 70 degrees, you can remove with a spudger the broken glass. Be careful with the soft keys because there is much glue and it's really hard to remove it there. You need a higher temperature to remove it better, and you need to be careful with the flex cable from the buttons, because you can easily cut it with the spudger. Another problem are the bigger glass pads, because the display is not flexible enough, so you can break the display too if you try to remove big glass pads. And you see we have here many big parts of the glass, they are intact, so we need to break it into small parts to remove it better and safely. And you need to heat up the display every time to hold the 70 degrees. Now I made a mistake. I tried to remove a big glass pad and I break the display. Now we need to change the display. This can happen every time, every person, and it's, yes, not easy to remove such big glass pads. If you master it to remove the whole glass, you can see in another video from me how the next step will be. The video which I mastered the glass repair was a Samsung Galaxy S5 Mini. Now I ordered a new display with frame because if you try to glue the old frame with the new display, there are some problems. Because I ordered a Huawei display without frame and tried to install it into the old frame, and the touch IC on the flex cable was not 100% correctly positioned, and I have many problems to fix it because every time I try to glue it in, at the first moment it fits, but later on the display comes back out of the frame, and I tried many times to fix it, but every time was the same problem. So the next step is to try to remove the dock connector. At the first we need to remove the home button flex cable from the flex cable on the dock connector, and then we need to remove the cover from the USB connector, and then we need to remove the dock connector board, but be careful, it's glued in the frame and you need to heat it up a little bit to remove it easier. The next step is to remove the vibration motor, but be careful with the flex cable that you don't damage it. Now we need to check the new display, which parts we need to transfer, because some stickers are missing in the new display. Then we can transfer to the new one, from the old to the new one. Now we can install the vibration motor, the motion sensor, the brightness sensor, the earpiece, the stickers, some dust defender or something, I don't know. And then we can install the mainboard. You can install the dock connector board temporarily, because we want to test the display if everything is working. If something is damaged, we can complain it, and it's not possible if we remove some covers from the advertise. If you install the mainboard, fix it with one screw, then you can connect the display flex cable, the flex cable from the dock connector. And if everything is ready, we can connect the battery with the mainboard and try to start it. If you're ready, you need to call a number, star hashkey 0 star hashkey, and then you are in the Samsung test menu. And then you can check every function, but you can see that the buzzer is in the middle frame, so you will maybe have no sound from the big buzzer. If everything works, we can remove the cover from the advertise at the dock connector board, and we can fix the dock connector board in the display frame. If you installed the dock connector, don't miss the cover on the USB connector. And if you install the front camera, don't miss the cover from the front camera. After that, don't miss the antenna cable and plug it with the mainboard and the dock connector board. If everything is fixed, we can clip the middle frame with the display frame and insert the battery. I need to open the middle frame another time because I forgot the antenna cable. Now we fix the middle frame with the screws and then we put the back cover back on the phone. So now we are done. I will do a protection glass on the display, which was sent with the display, and then we are finished. If you have any questions, you can ask me here on YouTube in the comments or at Instagram with a message. I try to answer fast as possible. Good luck and have fun, and we see us in the next video. Goodbye. In the end of the video you will see a tool which you can use to cut the glass for a glass repair. So you can cut big glass parts into small glass parts. Now we can see here the old display and here the tool which you can use to cut the glass parts. With this tool you can make breaking points to break the glass into smaller parts or cut the glass into smaller parts.